We're the Hidden Valley cheerleaders. Stay tuned for Hardy's Friday Night Blitz.
Coached by Michael Corral, Jacob Edwards, Kurt Hetherington.
Let's go, Tigers!
And now, WFXR presents Hardy's Friday Night Blitz, powered by Hardy's.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jermaine Farrell, hoping your day is one of them blessed like butter. Let's get on a roll, baby. With week 2 of the Hardy's Friday Night Blitz, we have highlights from our Baker's Dozen. That's 13 games. You're keeping score at home. We get the party started over at Bogle Stadium in Roanoke County, where the Northside Vikings visiting the K-Spring Knights. Now, Northside opened up the season with a big win over Pulaski County, while K-Spring suffered a tough loss at William Byrd. So let's go out to Bogle Stadium. The Knights are ready, and Cave Spring, they're ready, and so are the Northside Vikings. Northside would get the party started. How about Isaiah Logan's going to take the handoff? K-Spring's Cale Flannery tries to get the ball out, but he stays up and he gets it in for the score as Northside takes it to the house 7-0. And in the end, Northside, they shut out K-Spring tonight by the score of 27-0. We have another battle of Roanoke County schools at Bob Patterson Stadium in Vinton. William Byrd hosting Hidden Valley. Terriers going for the Southwest Roanoke County sweep. And it was Hawaiian night at the Bob, and the fans dressed up accordingly. Byrd started off with 2 holding penalty calls, so it's a 1st and 30 from their own 25. No problem. Gray Matthews takes it, makes a cut. The bigger the cut, the bigger the rhymes. He takes it to the house. No one's going to catch him. 75 yards, 7-0 William Byrd. And then on the next possession for the Terriers, Jamez Toller says, anything you can do, I can do better. Breaks it off. First player that ran it was number 5. Then the number was number 4. 67 yards later, he takes it to the zone. The Terriers go up 14-0. And then William Byrd, they go to the air. Oh, yes, Cannon Lutz, the coach's son. He's going to catch this right here. Out of nowhere, Kevin Green. All he saw was green to the zone. 65-yard completion for the score, 21-0 Terriers. Byrd, they're 2-0 as they complete the Southwest Roanoke County sweep as they knock off Hidden Valley 65-3, the final. Meanwhile, let's go to the scoreboard. George Washington, they win at Amherst tonight, 28-14. Halifax County wins at home over Dan River, 29-17. Bridgeport, West Virginia wins at home over Heritage in their opener, 33-14. Appomattox winning at home over Rustburg for the Lantern, 16-14. And George Wythe wins big over Fort Chiswell, 48-10. Salem Stadium, our next stop, the Salem Spartans hosting a Franklin County Eagles team that they've beaten the last 10 times. And that's actually Banner of the Week. But if we could get to the Franklin County Salem game, if we can get to it, Salem and Franklin County. So anyway, I tell you what, let's go to the scoreboard. We have scores coming. Let's go to the scoreboard. If we could go to that real quick. Scores coming your way. Brookville, they win at Allegheny, Allegheny winning at Brookville 27-26. Turner Ashby winning over Rockbridge 44-6. It is Abington getting the win over Christiansburg 28-9. So now let's go back to Franklin County and Salem. We do have the highlights loaded up. Salem Stadium, our next stop, the Spartans hosting an Eagles team they've beaten the last 10 times in 20-21. Salem trailing 24-7, but then Kashed Harrington takes it into the house. Franklin County only up 24-14, and Salem going to the air. Tanner Overstreet is going to hook up with Jordan Burton. He brings it in. The Franklin County lead is 3, 24-21, but not so fast, my friends. Franklin County is going to extend their lead. How about Reed McIlvain? He fights his way into the end zone. 31-21, and Franklin County beat Salem for the first time since 2011, and their first ever win at Salem Stadium. 31-21. Salem, they're 0-2 for the first time since 1997. Coming up on the Hardy's Friday Night Blitz with all your action. We have Ryan Moy. He's in the New River Valley. Plus, Liberty meeting up with Glennvar in about unbeatens. Stick and stay, please.
Now, Hardy's Friday Night Blitz Band of the Week. And now, Hardy's Friday Night Blitz is back.
All right, folks, weekend sports anchor Ryan Moy's in the house. He was in Blacksburg for a battle of 1-0 teams. Ryan, take it away.
Oh, that's right, Jermaine. For the second straight week, the James River Knights are in the New River Valley, and this week, of course, they're battling it out against the Blacksburg Bruins. This is the first ever meeting between the teams. Last week, James River won at Auburn 49-12, ending an 8-game losing streak. Blacksburg won at Giles 40-8. Blacksburg trying to go 2-0 for the first time since 2018. All right, Blacksburg up 15-6 in the second quarter. James River ball. Knights Merritt Hammonds hands it to a former Hardy's Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week. That's Gavin Benz, who takes it in for the touchdown, and the Knights get the extra point. That's 15-13 Bruins. Now fourth down though. You know, I thought they were going to go for the field goal, but guess what? They went for the touchdown instead. Yeah. Look at that. That is the one and only Sam Sheff. Well, guess who he found in the end zone? Well, that's Mitchell Linkus. And that they also get the extra point. They go up 22-13.
Somebody wearing all black gives you some strength, doesn't it?
That's what I said. And those jerseys are sweet too. Blacksburg, though, they run away with this one 36-26. While New River rivals in Radford and Giles hooking up at Lindenberg Field. The Bobcats have won the last 5 meetings. Early in the game, though, Giles, trying to get something going, but the Spartans not able to hold on to the ball. Bobcats pay spray out. Look at that. Oh, that's a name we've heard before, by the way.
Yeah, the waters run deep when it comes to that name at Radford.
Well, he came up with the recovery on downs. A few plays later, the Radford in the driver's seat. Peyton Dobbins, well, check this out, through the air. That's Trenton Carter. My man caught that in the end zone for the touchdown. They'll miss the extra point, though, Cats. With the 6-0 lead.
I like the dance, Ryan.
I know, right? But look at this. Giles responds, marching down the field. He's coming right at me, Jermaine. He's coming right at me. But you know what?
Boom.
Whoa. He came up with the touchdown. I'm okay, by the way.
Thank you.
They did miss the 2-point conversion, so they tied the game at 6. But guess what? Jermaine, the Spartans, they win this one 34-21. Look at that, Jermaine. Giles reigning supreme against the Cats, and the Bird getting the dub at home against the Knights. Wild day in the New River Valley. With those black jerseys, I guess they help, man.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Thank you.
Which is the key. Thank you very
it's
much.
Hard in those streets, man.
It is, especially on the sidelines. Meanwhile, let's go to scoreboard. Gretna leading or winning over Bass at its last score. We had 48-41. Meanwhile, Pulaski County, the Cougars go down to Tazewell. They win that one 26-6. Grayson County in a big matchup. They get a big road win at Carroll County 28-14. And it was Nelson County last score we had. They were up on Stonewall Jackson by a score of 27-7 right there. Well, meanwhile, Ryan over in Bedford tonight. Liberty Minutemen, they were ending a 37-game losing streak last week. They got that win over William Campbell 50-16. Their opponent a little bit more stiff as the Glennvar Highlanders. They put 70 on the board last week.
70. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Jermaine. I mean, last week, the Glennvar Highlanders put 70-0 win over Galax last week, but the Highlanders and Minutemen series is tied at 2, with Glennvar winning the last 2, including 50-8 last year.
Good stuff there. Well, let's go to the highlights, and we are in Minutemen country. Just want to let everybody know we were there because that's how we roll. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. How Brody Doyot going to Cale Vaughn. The combination so nice, we have to say it twice. Cale Vaughn with the touchdown, 7-0 Glennvar. Then we have a Ranger in the house, as in Mr. Swanson takes the ball and he knows what to do with it. He'll find his way into the house.
Okay,
14-0. A Power Ranger, that is.
It's morphin' time, baby.
That's right. Meanwhile, Brody Doyot, he's going to push his way in on the ground game, 21-0 Glennvar. And the Highlanders, they go 2-0 in the season, 56-0 win over Liberty.
That's okay. Well, Hargrave Military playing their first game of the season after getting a forfeit win last week, visiting Charlottesville to play the Covenant. Covenant quarterback Noah Estes looking for someone in the end zone. But check this out. It is picked off by Hargrave's Amory Word. Oh,
Yes.
word to your mother. Later after the game, Covenant scored to go up 7-0.
He said it, I did.
But the lead didn't last long. Hargrave quarterback Charlie Wall airs it out deep to Amory Word
To
again.
the wall.
Look at that. Who shakes off a defender and takes it all the way for 6. Who tie the game going into the halftime. Well, that's at 7. The Hargrave Military Tigers, well, they go on in the second half to dominate the Covenant, winning 28-7.
Rural Retreat now 5-0 all-time against Eastern Montgomery, visiting the Mustangs in Elliston. The Indians have also shut out the Mustangs in their last 4 meetings. We're going to pick up action second quarter. Senior quarterback Chaz Penwright, we had him in the studio, finishes with the score 7-0 Indians.
Pen to paper, baby.
That's right. Later in the second, Ryan Moy. How about Hunter Raleighson with a 4-yard touchdown run, untouched, Rural Retreat. Missed the PAT, 13-0. And then we have another Raleighson, this time the younger brother of Hunter. It's Jake from State Farm. Between 2 defenders, gets to catch Ryan Moy with the 2-point conversion. That was 21-0. Rural Retreat will win this one comfortably, 40-8. Meanwhile, we got more scores for you. North Surrey, North Carolina winning over Patrick County. That was the last score we had there, 27-7. Central Wise winning over Marion, 19-7. And it was Alta Vista. We put Riverheads twice, but Alta Vista did win over Riverheads. Riverheads
What's
back
up,
in
man?
Class 1. That's right, 29-25.
What's up, man?
Cumberland over William Campbell, 32-16. And Galax, they had to forfeit a game to Graham. Coming up, we are going to go to the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Week 2 action. We go south on 220 Ridgeway tonight for our game of the week between Magnavista Warriors and the Marsville Bulldogs. More Blitz coming up on the other side.
And now, WFXR Sports presents Hardy's Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week.
Well, our game of the week for the Hardy's Friday Night Blitz takes us to Ridgeway and the Hole, a matchup between the Magnavista Warriors and the Martinsville Bulldogs. The Warriors have won the last 15 meetings, including last year, 42-0. The Bulldogs last beat Magnavista. You had to go all the way back to October 10th, 2008. It was a 28-14 win in Ridgeway. So we go to the Hole. Magnavista walking down with local NFL legend Ed Reynolds in tow. Even took part in the coin toss with Sean Moore and Nikki Fisher, a couple of Bulldogs there. But Magnavista, which shows something here, Simeon Moore in great position, takes itself to the house, finds pay dirt, 7-0 Magnavista. Then we go, still in the first, Simeon Moore calls on the Duke as an Ethan Dukes. That's a touchdown. The Warriors missed an extra point there, so it's 13-0. Second quarter, however, Martinsville reminding it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Bulldogs going to deal out a little bit of haterade interception. Cameron Pluckett with the pick finally puts Martinsville past midfield. Same possession though. Devaliano Low, I'll get it right later, throws in the middle, and Jaden Stockton there. The ball is stripped out of the hands. It's a fumble. Magnavista recovers. Magnavista, they go out and they beat Martinsville for the 16th straight time, getting the shutout tonight, 38-0. Meanwhile, more scores. Buffalo Gap, they had a lead over Bath County. The last score we had, 43-0. Craig County shutting out Bland, 56-0. Grayson County over Fort Tizwell, 28-14. Narrows over Holston, 28-14. And Tunstall, they end a 15-game losing streak. They beat Chatham, 43-6. Meanwhile, over at City Stadium in Lynchburg, it was Hill City hosting Star City. EC Glass hosting Patrick Henry. Now, both teams coming off of impressive road wins last week. Glass winning at Salem and PH winning in North Carolina. The last two meetings between the Patriots and Hilltoppers, the road team has won the game. So let's go over to City Stadium over there, and we see that PH with a 1st and 18 on their own 14, and Jake Painter, his pass going to get tipped, and then Nazir Wolfberg takes it to the house, 25, running like Frank Beamer, touchdown Glass with the 7-0 lead. Then PH on their own 40, Painter goes to the air and hook up with Cam. Oh, Cam Harrison, he zooms his way with the catch, one-handed. He's going to take it to the house. That's a touchdown. They would miss the extra point, so Glass had a 7-6 lead at the half, but the Patriots, they go 2-0 on the season, and they get the dub tonight, 13-10 over EC Glass. Meanwhile, Bedford County battle in Manita. Stanton River hosting Jefferson Forest. JF was rolling early up by 3 scores at the half. In the second, they took the kickoff right down the field. That Stacks rolling. Finishes the drive with a 3-yard score. Cavaliers now up 33-7. Then Jefferson Forest, the defense also stellar all night with big plays like this pass knocked down by junior defensive end Logan Hamilton. And JF, they go on to get the win over Stanton River in Manita tonight, 40-7. Let's stay in Manita for our last set of highlights. It is Smith Mountain Lake Christian Academy hosting Auburn Eagles. Opening drive for the Ospreys, and it's going to be Caleb Phillips. Goes deep, but problem is he throws it to the wrong guy. Auburn sophomore safety Ethan Brunk has other plans, and he ladles out a little haterade, and then that sets up the first score, a 3-yard jump by Cameron Branch. That made it 7-0 Auburn, and the Ospreys would respond to Phillips connecting with running back Carter Garland. He gets it right there, rambles in from 15 yards out, but Auburn would respond. It's once again Cameron Branch. This time he runs this one in hard, running there, 14 yards to the house, put Auburn back on top. The Eagles, they win a high-scoring game tonight over the Osprey, 55-32. Let's go back to the scoreboard. Now, one score you don't see, William Fleming, they shut out Albemarle 49-0. Perry McClure winning over Page County 46-12. Chilhowie over J.I. Burton 35-7. And then we have a couple of games on Saturday. Blue Ridge at Virginia Episcopal Saturday at 2. And then North Cross at St. Michael's Catholic. That'll be Saturday at 4.
And now, WFXR presents Hardy's Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week.
Well, this week's athlete ran for over 280 yards and had 4 touchdowns as well in his team's 50-16 win over William Campbell last Friday. And not only did he do all that, his team, well, they snapped a 37-game losing streak in the process. And guess what? He's your player of the week.
Nasir Johnson, running back, Liberty High School. The same thing in practice was a big hole. I seen it in the game, and I just kept on hitting it. I thank my linemen every time because without them, obviously, again, I wouldn't be nothing. They great. Every day at practice, they always tell me that I can run behind them. Our centers are everything. Our center, he a big guy. Like, he stay on top of everybody. He a good leader. He making sure everybody do what they do, no matter what position they are. The people beside him on the line, they making sure they do their assignments. And without them, I wouldn't be nothing.
What do you think this first win of the season meant to those seniors?
I felt like it meant big. Like, before the game, we were all saying that we was gonna get one for them. Not just for us, because none of us had ever won in high school, and that was all of our first high school win. That felt big. Like, going into your last season of high school, winning the first game, that means something big. That's gonna live with him forever, live with all of them forever, actually. Like, they can go on telling people that they changed it around.
What about for Coach Womack?
He could definitely say that too. He stepped up, changed the program around, and we're gonna do all we got for him. I just feel like we did it for him. I feel like he knew how it felt to us to show up every day and not get nothing from it. So him having to push us harder, him having to make us do whatever we gotta go through to get a win, I feel like that touched him deeply. It touched us deeply too. I mean, it's been good. Like, every day at school, they've been talking about our win, obviously, and that's just bringing us up more, pushing us harder. And us having one win, not just go let us sit back and just think that we're done with the job. We still got a lot more on the road, like I said earlier. The momentum at practice, we still coming up. We acting like we never won before still, because that's what we want, more of that.
And now, WFXR Sports presents Hardy's Friday Night Blitz, Play of the Night.
Okay, it is play of the night time. We go back to William Byrd taking on Hidden Valley and Cannon Lutz. And then Kevin Green out of nowhere catches the ball, takes it to the house, a house call, 6-5 yards. Big win for William Byrd as they win 65-3 over Hidden Valley. Meanwhile, speaking of William Fleming making a trip up I-81 to Charlottesville to play the Albemarle Patriots, and we get the party started here. Crazy run by Josiah Ragland. He would not be stopped. He's going to be gone. 35-yard, or actually made it 35-0 in the first quarter. But Albemarle trying to piece something together on a screenplay, and it's just going to be tipped, and they're going to make a little play here, a small game, but not enough. But then later in the second quarter, Jasir Preston throws a perfect pass to Shai Steelman, takes it in the house. That's a touchdown, but William Fleming, they even their record up tonight, winning over Auburn 49-0. And real quick, let's go to the college football action as we have that coming your way. You see Virginia at NC State at noon. And then Liberty taking on Jacksonville State. That's a noon kickoff. Salisbury at Washington Lee. That'll be a 1 o'clock kick.
Be a fun one.
Ferrum will be at VMI at 1:30. And that's a pretty good battle between those two teams.
Go see my man Owen Sweeney.
And guess what? For the first time since 1942, we can actually say Roanoke College is playing a football game as we go to the next screen there, as they will take on Virginia University of Lynchburg at Salem Stadium, 2 o'clock game. The Apprentice will be at Southern Virginia at 6, and then a big one for Virginia Tech fans as they take on Vanderbilt. Night game, Inner Sandman, 7:30. That's the West Durham special, of course, with the ACC Network. I love West Durham. That's my guy. Anyway, here is the WFSR Fox schedule. You see college football. We're going to have a doubleheader, Iowa at Iowa State at noon. And that's a game that, of course, Ron Morosco will be interested in. More college football. Colorado will be hosting Delaware, the Fighting Deion Sanders at 3. Major League Baseball at 7. And then a single header of NFL action, the Giants visiting Washington. And Ryan, you're interested in that one.
Oh, of course I'm interested in that one. Oh, I can't wait to see how this one goes. Not only that, my cousin is a Giants fan, which is pretty wild.
Good stuff.
So, and you know, I remain loyal. I'm just saying.
Good stuff. Meanwhile, over on the CW, we have action there. We have 3 college football games to tell you about. Baylor at SMU, that'll be at noon. Then Fresno at Oregon State at 3:30. NASCAR Xfinity race, the last race before the playoffs, at 7. And then at 10:15, San Diego State at Washington State. And then PBR Bull Riding Series at 4:30 on a Sunday. So a full weekend of sports on CW Virginia and WFXR Fox.
Oh, well, I can't wait for that Roanoke College game because, I mean, I'm just saying the team is 60% local talent for anybody who's interested.
They're living local. That's good stuff there.
That is good stuff right there.
Well, real quick tonight, what kind of stood out for you tonight, real quick?
Man, I mean, I got to give a shout out to Giles. Blacksburg getting it done. In the black unis, because we talked to Coach Leonard before that.
That's
and
right.
when he told us that they were going to get the black on black.
Sleek.
I know, that's very nice. So shout out to all the teams. I mean, all of our, you always say it, all of our teams are winners, right?
Yeah, Franklin County, big win at Salem. Patrick Henry winning on the road at EC Glass. So next week, a battle of 2-0 teams. Franklin County at PH, they haven't played in a while.
Good stuff. We have a
guess
PH
what?
grad.
Guess what? That does it for this edition of Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. You missed anything on the show, we'll have it for you on WFXRTV.com momentarily. Thank you so much for watching the show. I'm Jermaine Farrell for Ryan Moy, Miriam Chamberlain, the entire WFXR staff. Hope all your teams are winners. Have a wonderful and blessed night, weekend, and night, everybody.